I love to do the guessing game. Does anyone know who that is?
Oh, it's
I mean,
so good.
no one's going to get it, I think. I don't even think I would get it, or you would get it.
Even though they said it in the song.
Right. Any idea? My hint is that the guy's Russian. It's kind of obvious.
Is his name Vladimir?
No.
Yeah,
But it's another, I mean, it's a pretty common Russian name, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Paul?
Is that common in Russia?
I don't know. My friend's Russian. His name's Paul. Paul Yevtushenko.
Wow, that's a fucking good name.
His dad, I might get him sent to prison, but his dad, went out of Russia. He was in the military pretty high up, but he went to the border, was like, let me through. They're like, we can't. He's like, do you know who you're talking to? And then never went back.
That's awesome. Do you know how we got our first MiG? MiG?
Excuse me?
I'm just going to make sure everyone hears I said MiG.
MiG-26? Is that, or MiG, what is it?
We just paid some dude to fly off with it, and that's how we got research on MiGs. Yeah, some guy just
Hasta la vista.
flew out of Iran with one. They're like, here's some money. And then they're like, now we have one. We can study in the plane. It's such a good way to get stuff.
I mean, it's true.
Just buy it.
Pay people standing in bread lines long enough, just pay them $1 million. They're like,
right.
Hell yeah, I'll fly that shit
Hell
over
out
the
of here.
ocean.
Yeah, let me live over there with $1 million. Sounds awesome.
But anyways, a Russian.
It's a Russian. Okay, here's another one. He's a hockey player. I'm big into hockey right now because my team's doing really good.
But dude, you only like hockey because now we have an NHL team.
Yeah,
you're
never
one of those
liked it
guys.
before.
No, you never played it in college.
Dude, you never played nothing, and now you fucking want to be.
Yeah, just started when we got this team with the dumbest fucking name on earth.
The Utah Hockey Club.
It's better than one of the ones they were thinking of.
It's better. None of them are good.
No, it's better than any of them they're thinking of, right?
Well, they have they're
they're all
outlaws. It's outlaws. Like
That's
no, they're not
okay.
doing that one.
They're not doing
it's
that
going to
one?
be Yeti.
Fuck
Yeti,
that.
really?
That's so
I thought
dumb.
they did a press release that they weren't going to do that.
That's like
maybe it's not
Colorado
gonna be
bullshit.
Yeti.
It fucking better not be.
I thought it lost.
No, they lost because it was Yeti coolers. You're right.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, they can't do Yeti. It's not going to be Outlaws. It's going to be, what's the other one?
The Utah Gay Boys.
Fuck, I don't know.
Whatever it is, it'll have 2 Z's somehow.
Be misspelled by a Mormon mom.
Gay Boys.
What was it? I can't remember what it's going to be.
I don't know. I know it's down to 2, and they're going to decide at the end of the season.
I was telling a guy at work today who's a big Utah fan that I'm just still a St. Louis fan.
Yeah.
Like, Utah's cool. I'm glad we have a team.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Oh no, same. I'll go to the games. I'll have fun. I'll cheer for them a little bit. But if the Bruins are playing, it's obvious who I'm cheering for.
We went to a game and it was pretty good. They do a good job. But they played Winnipeg, which is where our team originated from, right? Because it went from Winnipeg to what it was, Arizona, and then we bought it. So they were like the original Winnipeg team. I think it's Winnipeg, but a Canadian team. They went to Arizona, then to here, and then they played their original town.
I never won a Winnipeg. I don't know what contest you would be in to Winnipeg.
Go to the strip club in Portland, and you can win. They hand you pay your entry fee, which I haven't been there in a 10 year, but
in a 10 year.
Inside joke.
You pay your entry fee and they give you a raffle ticket, and then every 15 minutes they call out a raffle and you either win like a lap dance or this or that.
So you could win a pig?
Yeah, that's what made me think of it.
Is that a special room?
Dude, that place, I wish I had my old phone. I have one of their banners and it was like a Tuesday night toss game, and it showed a girl with a butt plug in the air, and you're tossing the colored rings onto it, and it was part of their promo.
I want there to be butt plug night at the Utah Hockey Club.
Go to a lot more games. No, you just see a bunch of weird ass fat white dudes with butt plugs in.
Okay, one more hint. His name is Alexander.
Romanov?
No,
Alexander Rubonov.
Romanov.
I thought you said rub one off too.
My name is Aleksander Rubonov.
Someone become Alexander Rubonov in the Zoom room.
I think Jay Prizzle's changing it now. Oh man,
it's Alexander Ovechkin, the guy who's about to break Gretzky's record.
And the song was Victory, I think it was.
I think he's 6 goals away now from breaking Gretzky's record.
That was the rapper?
Yeah. I don't know when that one came out. It was a long time ago.
2012, I think.
Yeah.
I did
seems
deep
right.
dive on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we did. He's like all. You know how like all of the
What a guy.
basketball players tried to be rappers. I don't know that many Russian hockey players have tried, but he seems like the guy who would.
I mean, that was decent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed he was a hockey player off of that.
I'm just catching up. That he didn't just have the same name. That's really the hockey player.
Yeah.
That's actually him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the video, and
All right.
it was 2012.
Yeah.
Was he playing hockey in the video?
No, he was arm throwing and doing the rap
Well,
motion.
I'll say it's better than any NBA crossover attempt.
I would agree.
Absolutely. I was surprised when you sent me that. I was like, well, this is pretty decent. Like, a buddy of mine, actually the president of my synagogue, is a huge Capitals fan. So I sent him that, and he got a kick out of it.
Yeah, he's my third favorite Russian rapper.
Who's your first?
You have two others.
Like, no, but I feel like there's good Russian rap out there.
Aleksander Rubonov is number 2 for sure.
Dude, you met my buddy that lives. Yeah, he loves Russian rap. I mean, he is fucking Russian. So
He's this dude that he's talking about. I don't know if you met this Russian guy over at Rob's. He's Russian as fuck.
Eric has.
Is this the
He's
leader of your GOG?
He's just scary.
Oh, he's scary, but he's like.
He's nice, but he still scares me.
Yeah, he's like
I wouldn't. Yeah, he's not. Nice guy, but
He's a nice guy, but he's fucking terrifying.
no, he's not terrifying.
He is, because he's Russian.
I mean, yeah.
Rob's gotten enough hugs from him. He's starting to like it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like he's the real sweet.
He is a-
actually.
Hug from a Russian bear.
He is
hug from a Russian bear from
substantial man.
behind.
Wait, whoa. Can we back up? Rob did this. Camera. He goes, he is a substantial man. And I don't know.
I didn't even realize.
No, he's a super sweet guy. He's a substantial.
He did this with his hands by his crotch.
That means it's true because it was unintentional. That was not a joke. That was a truth.
Oh man. Do you want to tell the people who we are, Chief?
The guy who hangs out with substantial men over there is Boston Rob. Jeff Bezos Part 2 tonight with his glasses on, though he's not wearing them right now. Jimmy Sniper sitting next to me in the Utah Marlboro hat. And a very popular guy at the singles ward now that he's cut his hair off. That's JP, Uncle Touchy. And my name is Chief. Good intro.
Yeah, good intro.
Who's on the show tonight?
We have Mr. Calirado Kid, a.k.a. Calirado Joe, good guy. I guess you could call him an influencer or a creator. He was dumb enough once to put me in a reel, which I appreciated and laughed at.
Yeah, and that's how you got all your fame.
Yeah, I have no fame.
I'm not that dumb.
He's got 2 famous moments when he was in that reel, and then when we went to Trestle,
But yeah,
and we took a video of you two, and then I took one of him, and
Oh, I remember
he
that.
got like how many likes on
I
that?
got 160,000 views on it. It's actually, I think it had more views than the.
Wait, did you post the video of me riding too?
Yeah, I posted that one, and I
So
posted
he's
the POV.
using my
Oh my!
What, of me wrecking?
No. Me chasing you, and then the video that he took of us going by him, which Chief said, best compliment ever. It's the fastest I've ever seen Rob ride.
because he's chasing JP.
Pretty much.
It is
JP does things on bikes that are terrifying.
And he
Used
does
to.
things for people
Still do.
that, like, he makes you go faster. For some reason, when I ride
Makes
with
you
him,
go
I'm faster.
I
He make you go faster.
I'm still slow.
I always make him come faster. Always. You just get behind me, he'll come so fast.
Like come down the hill.
Yeah, oh yeah. We'll be coming down the trail so fast.
Okay.
You've heard that song, right?
Okay. That's what I thought you meant.
Coming down the mountain when you come.
Something about going down.
Oh wait, you know what? If we ever want this to take off, we need to do our land acknowledgments.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Wait, here I have.
Did you write one?
You actually have one?
AI has one up for me for.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, go for it. Or wait, did we steal this land from Indians or from Mormons?
I don't know. Well, it says the Utes, but no. If you would go back, it was the Mormons dressed as Indians.
That's right, actually.
It's Mountain Meadows.
Massacre.
Some fucking badasses. Those guys were hard asses.
Yeah, they were.
You'd want them to be your friends. In acknowledging the land where Murray, Utah stands, it's important to recognize that it is the traditional and ancestral homeland of the Shoshones, Paiute, Goshute, and Ute tribes. and that Utah is home to 8 distinct tribal nations. Amen.
Thank you for that. I feel so much more complete as a human being now.
We can never be canceled now. I'm also a trans. They them.
Just trans? So many changes so fast.
I'm also a trans.
Oh my god!
You cut your hair and your dick.
The second one was an accident.
Oh,
Can I see your pussy?
Your
They
pussy?
make good ones these days, I hear.
God.
Do you know how like the porn stars, they have like fake vaginas modeled after them that you can like buy?
Oh yeah.
I wonder if there's any trans fake vaginas
There
yet.
has to be.
I'm sure. Well, they make kits so for your wives for
Pegging.
it's not what I was thinking of, Rob, but you could peg yourself with your own dick.
Oh no. Yeah. The
you
mold.
can mold
You can mold. Yeah.
You can mold a dildo. They have like dildo molding kits.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
So your wife can always have your penis.
Well, so Rob can get pegged by his own penis. Apparently.
It's not gonna go that deep. It's thicker than it is long.
It's like, that's not getting
It's not getting in.
It's like that midget wrestler. Trying to stick a pinky toe in there.
Oh, we need
When
to
you
share that
said
to our
that, I was
stories.
dying.
Oh,
Did you see that video?
no.
No. Did you send it in our chat?
Yeah.
I'm on Lent right now still.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Wait,
I had a
did-
break today.
Yeah, you took a Lent break.
Took a
That's
Lent
why
break
I asked
today.
It's a good Lent break.
Dude,
though.
you missed
Lent
the
break.
best part of your Lent break.
People keep asking me to ride bikes, so I'm hoping they just look at my Instagram and stop asking.
Yeah, let's ride bikes.
No,
No,
Not yet.
you guys can.
I can't. I don't have a wheel. I need to build a wheel, and I've been putting it off for 2
You
weeks.
borrow one of mine. They're not getting used.
Ask Eric. You don't want me to borrow your wheel. I have multiple wheels I need to build.
With interest.
Jimmy's been crushing it on the bike at OBP recently.
Jimmy just went and rode the biggest line at OBP first.
No, that's not the biggest.
Well, there's the BBL.
Those big step downs. down
Oh,
the hill.
yeah, but those are not so much a line.
It's not a
just
line.
step down.
The BBO.
The big black line.
I'm training for what the fans ask for is a barefoot run,
Yeah.
Really?
and I got it with no pedals, so that's coming up.
Wow. Wait, no pedal, just on your cranks?
I mean, no pedaling in the jumps because it'll make
God.
you,
I
it'll
was
make
like,
you
no
real
pedals.
dizzy. No pedaling.
Yeah, no pedals would be difficult.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, I
seen.
just stood on the crank.
Yeah, just stand on the cranks.
Just stand on your seat.
You ride like how everybody that jibs lands on their bikes,
That's true.
on their cranks or their top tube or their fucking chain stick.
I mean, not to talk about mountain biking, but Jimmy just shows up and he's usually better than everyone who's been riding, and he hasn't been riding.
That's not true.
I've seen
It is at OBP.
Oh,
Everyone's
maybe
like,
that's true.
Everyone's like picking those jumps apart, and you're like, oh, here we go. And you just go do it.
I guess. OBP, you know
He was doing that, and then I had my son in my backpack, and we were doing the blue and the green lines. And so I did ride
sick.
bikes the other day, but it was just with him. And then I looked at Jimmy. I was like, let's see if we can hit 30 with him on the back on the way home. And I got 29.6.
Nice.
Oh, I thought you were talking
So
30 feet.
Miles per
30,
hour.
no, 30-foot gap.
30 foot. The kid on my
was like, yeah, get it.
I mean, he is
Shot
strapped
out of
in.
that holder.
No, it has the shoulder straps. I think I could hit some jumps.
No,
but I don't.
You totally could.
He'd be fine as long as you're fine.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
that I'd be fine. Have
I
you
think
ever?
he'd love it.
I've done a full bag full of camera equipment up in Whistler after I blew my pinky out, and I dropped in behind Semenuk and his cronies way back in the day, and I was trying to keep up. I was like, oh, this is my chance to ride with these boys, and I had Steven's backpack that I picked up at the top of the lift with tripod coming out of it, and I almost died on every fucking jump. It's like seat bouncing, everything. You're like, and then it starts like coming up over your head, and you're like, oh, da, 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 da.
That's why everyone was like, "Do you ever shoot mountain bike photos?" I'm like, "No, never," because it's hard. It's
I
hard
like
work
to
that
ride
sucks.
bikes. Right? You don't ride if you shoot mountain bike photos.
No, I take photos and videos all day.
Yeah.
By the time I get done, I just want to ride. So no, I'm not. I never even like really. I did for like a little bit, and then I was like, "This sucks."
It's like fun if you don't want to ride.
Right.
But if you want to ride, it's hell. It's
Like, have fun riding, guys.
yeah.
I'll be over here.
Even when I used to go out and like get pictures taken of me alive, it's a lot of like sitting there waiting. hitting one line, come down, you're like, all right, sweet. So, oh, okay, let's go to this spot. And then you're hiking and moving and waiting for another hour. And then you're trying to get like 2 shots before the sun goes down.
And then the
like,
photographer doesn't get it.
Shucks,
and you got to
this
go
is
back
fun.
up.
Yeah, the fucking Lloyd effect. Could you do that again? That was the gnarliest shit I've ever done in my fucking life. No, I'm not doing that again for the 3rd time. Just one more time for the 3rd time.
That's the grind.
I lost the footage.
Does anyone here actually know our phone number?
I do, but we don't have any calls.
It was something like 69 4-cum.
So no calls this week.
It's oh my god, I'm so blind.
I think it's
385-626-6231.
Well, if you ever want to call and leave us a message, you can leave us any message that you want, and we, of course, encourage that. What's the question of the week this week?
The question of the week is, what does the Calirado kid eat for breakfast?
Oh, boy. Okay, phone's up. Jimmy knows the trifecta. We saw that.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's
already
always-
knows what's happening.
That's like now the Wheel of Fortune gives you the vowels automatically.
Like, we've done that before.
I'll just give you RSTL and an E.
We give you cum, dicks, and Sponge's mom.
We're just going to assume that we have a handful of each of those.
Literally.
And go on to the next one.
Except for Sponge's mom, she's more than a handful.
That's too funny, dude.
Oh man. Oh, where am I going? Yeah, fuck.
I'm there if you want me to do the first one.
Are you there?
Yeah, the jerk hand with Fruit Loops for certain.
What's that mean?
Good breakfast.
It means Eric and Fruit Loops. Said the jerk hand, right?
If you ran something over and thought it was a trail dog, but found out it was Sponge's mom.
Are you sure you're in the right story?
I don't know. Am I in the wrong one?
I think you
I
might be.
think so.
Oh, that's the
That's the questions we're going to ask
Yeah.
him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The question, yeah, I got confused.
I got confused.
Here
Here it is. Sorry. I ruined everything.
Wow. You revealed it already.
Yellow snow cones.
This is what he eats for dessert? Or breakfast?
For breakfast.
Even better.
Yeah.
Why don't you pull them up so we can react to these?
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, unmute him.
Sorry. I'm failing as a producer.
And then give him an intro.
Me? Give him an intro?
Yeah,
I'm
you
not-
give him the
I'm
intro.
not the host. You're the host.
I don't watch anything on Instagram.
Joe,
I don't even,
the Calirado
Like,
kid.
Here's a guy from
one. I don't know what he 195-ish.
You put me on the spot here, dude. This is
Just-
not what I do.
He
Just
rides
do it.
bikes.
Our guest
Takes
tonight,
videos.
the Colorado kid, influencer, creator, actually really, really good guy. Got to talk to him a little bit last year.
Incredibly good looking.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's
Is he as cute as those Abercrombie and Fitch in the Hills kids?
He is.
He's like you, but with I don't know what. He's like you, just a little thicker. You know, he's cute.
Thicker than a sticker. Okay.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Who said that?
Has he ever had
Pea
Rocky
and
Mountain
pickle.
This
oysters?
is what I eat for breakfast. This is what we discovered. I'm eating this for
Yes.
breakfast.
Yeah, this is what the
There
Nards
used to
think
be
you eat for breakfast.
a brewery out in Colorado, and they did a Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout as a joke one year. Have you heard about this? And it was so popular that people were trying to email them to try and figure out how to get this beer that they actually made it. So I have technically eaten, to one degree or another, Rocky Mountain Oyster Stouts in a beer form, in a stout.
For breakfast.
Wow. Interesting.
Never had.
No, neither have I.
Sponge's mom.
I mean, that's
There it is.
I'm sorry.
You going to skip over mine?
I'll do it.
Read your own. Can you read your own
I want
comment?
Rob to read it.
Pieces of shit, just like Shooter McGavin. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? When I saw that, Jimmy, I thought it. I was like, somebody's got to do that, and I made me laugh. Thank you, Jimmy.
SQ Hurley? Squirrely?
Oh yeah.
Old tires and brake dust?
I know they're good when I don't hear anything for a second. Jimmy goes,
Boston cream pies?
"Oh, Boston's cream pies."
Pea and pickles on it tonight.
Boston Rob cream pies?
That's what I. Boston Rob's cream pie.
Dinosaurus is my favorite.
Oh, it's great.
$21 biscuits and gravy from the Denver Biscuit Company.
If he lived in Denver, he might have actually eaten that.
I don't know if I did or not, but I did eat biscuits out there.
And I guarantee, if it was in Denver, they were $21.
That's how he got thicker than me.
Because getting those carbs.
And okay, here it is. Dicks.
Wait, what?
But don't use the full face GoPro. You'll block the view by the balls.
You got a chin mount.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I got one here from.
And there's the other one. I see it in there.
Oh, I got. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that one though. I'm gonna say.
Chesty looking
Marcus PNW nothing because normal mountain biker ate it all. Next.
I don't have my phone.
I stole it.
JP took my phone.
I just saw something about trail seeds and being a hippie.
Chia seeds.
Trail chia seeds.
Hey,
Probably
chia
some-
seeds are good.
Trail mix of chia seeds, you California hippie.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Damn it. Rock made me buy a giant bag of chia seeds recently.
See? It's true. That was probably the most accurate one.
Rob would get this, by the way. Back in our day, chia seeds were only used for chia pets, and now people eat
Right?
them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, when did that happen?
Well,
when did that start happening?
Everybody in this room is pretty old except for Perry, so they
Getting
all
old.
get that.
I got white in my beard now, more than Cheef.
Yeah, you're getting old as
And
fuck.
Jimmy eats chia seeds for his bowel movements.
I was trying to find that drop too, and I can't find it.
I know. Rob gets really
Nice
excited
and
when he
clean.
has a drop, and then the drop never
Oh yeah,
plays.
it makes the deuces nice and clean.
Rob just has like a fit. Oh, look out!
Where's the
And then nothing.
I actually had that this morning. I was pretty excited. Like we were talking, I wasn't able to shower this morning. I was in a rush, and I took a deuce, and that's kind of my determining factor if I'm on the verge of showering. And it was one of those ones where I'm like, oh man, that's not going to be a clean one. You wipe, there's nothing there, and it's just nothing.
Oh, great.
White as can be toilet paper. You go for a second, nothing.
Go
You're
about
like,
your day.
Hot dang! All right.
That's
The
chia
secret
seed
to
effect.
having clean deuces
Oh,
is a tablespoon of chia seeds a day.
see.
It's good advice.
This one from 21 Adams says Captain Cock.
Interesting, as opposed to Captain Crunch.
Is that a...
Oh,
That took me a second. I didn't get it till you said it. I
While we're
even
on
read it.
captains, Captain Shrubface says tuna cans.
I eat those oysters in the in the tin cans. Oh god.
I think we got to all of them,
We did.
that is.
except for Cheez-Its.
That was a good one.
That's from Strap 45.
Cheez-Its with the tuna can is good.
Well, welcome to the show. We are glad that you're here. This is what it's all about. I'm sure you've heard it before if you know Rob. So, yeah, that's. We should just always start with that question from now on.
What question?
We might just get the same answers for every guest.
We actually do get the
Dicks
same
and
questions.
dicks.
We
Yeah.
actually do get the same
Dicks.
answers.
Come Dix and Sponge's mom or our RSTLNE.
Our jerk hand is leaving for the evening.
Bye, Jerkan.
Bye, Jerkan. Thank you for fulfilling us.
Hey, can you grab me a beer before you go?
The fluffer. He's on his way.
Oh, he ignored. Oh, he's back. He did.
Bitch made motherfucker.
No, I'm pretty sure Rob tried to play episodes for him while he was on the side of the trail. I could see it while I was right.
Wait, so Rob was trying to influence and create the creator and the influencer?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
So we're like, hey man, listen to this.
He went Canadian.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, dude, and it's nothing against like him or Sebastian or anything. I just don't consume any of it. Like the only thing I ever watch is what Matt Ware's kids are doing and what Ryan Rodriguez is doing.
Fair.
And that's it. Like other than that, and what Tyler's doing. Like, and if my other friend Tyler's dead or not.
Which Tyler?
No, Tyler is fine.
Okay.
Tyler from California is still laid up.
Well, Joe's a good dude. Joe, tell us a little bit about what you're doing on Instagram and YouTube and such, and give us a taste of your comedy.
First of all, the benefit is like most of us, like there's no pressure to actually watch our content. Like, so somebody says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't watch it." Don't worry at all. Like, there's no stress off our backs. It's fine. Not that he was worried in the first place, but I'm just saying
You're gonna be okay,
There's
Chief.
plenty of people that don't give a shit who I am, and so that doesn't need to change. But no, I mean, like, it's funny using the term influencer. I don't feel like I influence anybody. My thing is just making things that I think are funny that has tended to resonate with people, and that's where it's like cool. Like some people find it funny, some people find it stupid, but it's fine. It doesn't really, one way or another. It's there, and I've been having a blast doing it. So I don't know if there's much more to say. When people ask me, I said I just make bad jokes on the internet. But, you know. I think the bottom line, like a lot of it boils down to like just relatability wise. It's just simplicity, like boiling something that I've done stupidly many times, trying to fix my brakes or something, and then just translating that into video form. And it turns out there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I screwed that up before too. You know.
Yeah.
So,
maybe the problem is that I don't try to ever fix my bike.
No, he had one of the best ones. We were at lunch and it pulled up on Eric's phone. The one about the shuttling, and Eric hates when people show up without a truck to shuttle. And it was you're like, oh, well, my truck will hold 6 bikes, but only 2 people. And well, my car will hold 4 people and 2 bikes. And they're like going back and forth. They finally get it figured out. And they're like, all right, sweet, let's go ride. And then somebody else is like, hey, you got room for another? They all start freaking the fuck out. That was relatable. Like you said, he does some good, funny, relatable stuff. You know, still a nerd, but in a good way. Yeah. That's why we like him.
100% a nerd. I mean, look at this giant gaming PC in the background. What a dork.
How did everything come about? How did you get started with this? And what's the idea behind your name as well?
Well, I mean, so originally, like, I was watching BKXC. I grew up with Brian, and I found out that he started a channel back in the day. I think it was in LA at the time. Then I moved back to Sacramento, and I was watching religiously, and I didn't mountain bike. I had a mountain bike. I had a hardtail when I was younger, and I never really actually hit proper mountain bike trails. So when I finally, like, started watching religiously, I was like, man, that looks like an amazing time. So I found to use Bronson, and I got into riding, and the rest is history. I remember he sent me out to Tahoe for the first time to go ride, and I almost died. Like, you're at 7,000 feet elevation. I have no fitness level built up at all. I go up to Tahoe. I'm out of breath. I'm about to throw up. But as soon as I remember hitting the trail, and I remember getting this overlook and seeing the lake and the forest, and I mean, it clicked. I was addicted right then and there. And I've told people this in the past, like, mountain biking really did make me fall in love with the outdoors again. I had definitely fallen out of that. Like, when you get into a routine with wife and kids, you get into a routine with work. It's like, go to work, you know, come home, sit in traffic, especially in LA, sit in traffic, get home, cook dinner, go to watching Netflix and go to sleep. And that routine had set in, and mountain biking saved me. It brought me back from the brink. I got kayaks, I got fishing gear, I got tents, I got and so I have a lot of love for this sport, man. I really do think it's one of the greatest things on the planet. And I've been obsessed with it for years now. So.
Will you teach me how to mountain bike again? I feel like I've lost all of that, and I don't even have children or a wife. I'm like, man, the outdoors sound really cool.
I don't know. I think you guys saw this too. I recently, I got obsessed with like an adventure motorcycle, and I don't have a lot of dual sport or moto background, but like
that shit's so fun.
VRs and stuff like that in the backcountry. I was like, that seems like another great way to adventure. So I convinced the wife to let me buy a Yamaha T7, and I've been playing around on that and learning something new. Like, getting
good choice. That's a lot of fun
on a motorcycle. It's just, I don't have that background, but like, I'm already falling in love with that too. It's been really cool.
That's awesome. Curious, where the name come from, rather?
Oh, yeah. So the transition, I grew up in California, always grew up in California. At one point, I got a job opportunity in Colorado, which led me to, we were talking about the Super Bowl stuff. I was doing the engineering for the Spanish broadcast team for the Denver Broncos. And so we had a facility outside in Denver, and so I got a chance to go out there. And during that transition of moving from California to Colorado, my son was born. So for a little while, we joked around and called him the Calirado Kid, like as a joke for the first couple of months as he was born out there. And when it came time to think of the name for the channel, like years and years later, I always remembered that name. I always just thought it was clever, and it was just like, it just popped out. So eventually, that's kind of what the channel ended up being, and it turned out good. In fact, when we moved to LA, my daughter was born, and then we're finally back up in the Sacramento area. I was like, we're never moving cities again, because every time we move to a city, we have a new kid. So I was like, we're done.
So let's dive into this transition that you made. I'm just kidding. No, I literally was having, Eric and I were going back and forth. We're like, so is he from California or Colorado? And I was like, Calirado, Colorado. And until he said Calirado, I was like, oh, it's California and Colorado put together. It's not one or the other. That's that's the level I
didn't like the cold, but I didn't mind it. I loved going out on the weekends. In fact, the same thing kind of happened there. I used to have a Mustang. It was a 2012, so it had the 5.0 in it, 400 something horsepower, right? I'm out cruising in the mountains in the summer. This was great. And then winter hit. And I remember trying to park it once at work, like on an incline, and everyone's just laughing at me as I slide back down the hill slowly, just like... So
it's okay. I mean, it sounds like a Mustang thing. You didn't hit anybody in a crowd, right? So what part of
Like I was trying to do donuts.
what part of Colorado were you in?
So we were just outside of Denver. We were in the Highlands area, so like real close to downtown.
Nice.
And but every weekend I'd be up in the mountains. In fact, when I moved there, I was like, well, I don't know how to snowboard. Now's a good chance to learn. So I'd be up in the mountains like every other weekend learning to snowboard, which I don't end up doing much now because we have year-round riding here in California. So it's like, do I want to go deal with, waiting in line and paying a ton of money for a lift fee, or do I want to just go ride? So
Yeah, fuck the resorts, and if you don't need to ride the snow.
Yeah.
I think we got one cool resort left, Nordic, but it's not like
hardly. Yeah, hardly. They still kind of. Dude, I was getting a discount for the race I did over there this year, and it ended up being pretty cheap. But without the discount, it would have been like almost $90 for the day.
gotta be
Fucking
kidding
that
me.
but
place.
that's like $300 anywhere else.
Oh
here.
yeah. And I went up to Brighton the other day, and it was like a $200 day
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, fuck that.
without fuel.
Did you get a lot of time at Winter Park when you were there? Because that's like our love
yes,
going
dude,
there.
loved Winter Park. In fact, I spent a lot of time at Copper also. So it was like Copper and Winter Park with my main squeezes. And then I remember we had a company snowmobile because I had a site in Aspen. So I would throw that in the back of the truck sometimes. And we went out to Grand Lake, which is past Winter Park. But there was one of the few places that you could take the snowmobile and like from the cabins and take it into the city and like pick up groceries and then back out and stuff. And they had groomed trails everywhere. Mm-hmm. Man, it was incredible. Just what a cool area, dude.
Yeah, Grand Lake it's a great spot right down the road from there. Yeah.
Camp there once?
I didn't camp at Grand Lake, but I just like I've been through there, going to other places. It's really neat.
Yeah.
You know how I know he's
That's a park
Californian?
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Because he's got a main squeeze.
Yeah. What about like? Did you get to ride like Winter Park at all? Did that like not snowboarding? I mean, like
MTBs?
No.
MTB.
That's the worst part. Like, so, I mean, it's bad and good. I was not mountain biking when I lived in Colorado.
Gotcha.
I learned to snowboard, then I moved to LA, and it wasn't until that it started sinking in. Like, my buddy started the channel, so I was more familiar with what mountain biking was. And when I got back to SAC, I really got into it. I have since made road trips back, and so I've hit a lot of Colorado, like a decent amount. Like, been to Crested Butte multiple times, Grand Junction, Fruita, Salida, up in the top mountains near Vail Resort. I've done Keystone before. I've been a bunch of stuff, but I haven't ridden Winter Park. Do they have like a proper bike park there now?
They got a great bike
It's a
park.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Very high
it's
speed.
got everything.
I think if I was living in LA, I would just build pirate trails through rich people's yards.
Yes.
I think there are some people that do that.
Yeah.
You just got to find the right place.
Yeah, it might be a lot easier now. There's less stuff in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can build
That was
through.
actually us.
You can build through front yards, basements, and pools, anywhere.
It's like not urban downhill now.
There's not much, greenery, but there's a lot of curbs to jump off of.
Yeah, I just you see the mountains in LA, and I never think to myself, well, there's probably mountain biking there.
There's some really good trails.
And
out
when
there.
you're in the middle of Denver City, it looks like you're in the middle of a hellscape. Like you can't see the mountains.
Yeah.
They're just like little trims on the outside. But as soon as you go out, it's just you run into these huge ass hills, mountains.
There's a guy driving with his car with like 15 garbage bags on top of his car across the parking lot right now. Not to distract you, but it's really funny.
Just for
Like, go
context,
look at it. It's like a sedan with.
I saw that. That's crazy.
Custom camper setup.
Right.
So for context, we're actually in Perry's RV in a parking lot at his work.
Right next to the freeway.
Beautiful.
In a dumpster.
It's the mobile Zudio right next to the dumpsters in the back corner.
Studio.
I love it.
It's not like LA, but it is like San Francisco.
Yeah,
Yeah, that checks out.
a little less gay, but not much anymore.
Depends.
I heard your discussion before I jumped on. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of flags around here. We acknowledge the land we're on. It's it's a big thing around here.
Yeah. What are the trails in LA? Like, name some trails that we can look up on Instagram or
I
whatever.
wasn't riding at the time when I lived out there. So like I
Okay.
know that they have like stuff on Mount Wilson, which is like where a lot of the transmitters and stuff are. So it's a decent peak. It's like where all the transmitters are at, which means it's one of the highest places in town. But I think most of the stuff I've ridden has been towards San Diego.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's obviously Snow Summit. I've been to Sky Park, which I thought had a really cool vibe. And there's obviously plenty of stuff down there. But yeah, I don't know a lot about the riding in LA, but I know that it exists.
We're not from California. What's a transmitter?
Oh, well, what does that have to do with California? No, so,
What? No, I just said, we don't have very many of those people
It's
here.
a radio tower,
I was
Perry.
telling Rob, by trade, like what I used to do was a broadcast engineer. So I would build radio stations, and nobody listens to radio anymore, but it's still a big business apparently. And so a transmitter site is obviously where you have the transmitter and the antenna, and that's where all the radio waves get dispersed from, right? So at the Mount Wilson is one in LA that there's like 50 different TV and radio transmitters in one location.
Just
because it's
full.
kind of the highest point, and it is the best way to radiate those signals out. So
Full trans mount, we
You,
could call it.
you really are a nerd. I like
You
you.
and Cheef would really get along.
You have to be a nerd to be a radio engineer for sure,
Well, and
or a
that's-
broadcast engineer.
Do we have anybody else in this room?
I like him, but I told you he's a nerd, and he set up the trans. You talked right into him.
As a former radio personality, I do gotta ask, how are you such a happy person and also a broadcast engineer? Because I'd never run into that in my career before.
isn't that so funny? So also the funniest thing is like there was only a few normal engineers, me and my buddy Jason, who just so happened to work in the same market, but we were the only people who were like, wait, what the fuck? You're an engineer? Like, you're not weird. I'm like, yeah, we're just, it's like and if you guys have never worked in radio, you wouldn't understand, but it's like, yeah, most engineers are in their 60s and they're very dorky. And we're just like, whatever.
You know, I'm sure most other people that have listened maybe have caught it before. Cheef used to work in radio.
Did I?
just so you know, Cheef most definitely used to work in radio. I don't know all the history, but I know that he worked in radio.
So we had like a 400-foot tower. It was such a weird building. It was like we called it the Eiffel Tower of Illinois. And that could also be interpreted other ways.
Sounds like a sex move. The Illinois Eiffel Tower.
I've done it.
But it was weird because its base went up over the top of our building and then like 400 feet into the air. And we had a little basket that went up the whole side of this, right? And so before I left to move out west, one of the engineers is like, you've always asked me if you could ride up to the top. Do you want to go up to the top? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go up to the top. And so we got on the little cart and it starts going, and we got about like 100 feet up, and there's like a lock on it where you have to like, so people can't keep going up unless they have the key. Well, for some reason, that lock wasn't operating, and that was the happiest fucking moment of my life.
Like, no, this is good, actually.
I was like, fuck going up the rest of this. This is terrible. I was so scared, but I did not want to say it. Like, I was like, because you're in a basket, like, literally the size of this floor mat.
Well, it's almost scarier than what I did, the Walker Tower downtown.
Yeah.
That used to be the tallest elevation-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're in a basket that's on a cable. The Walker Tower, you just climbing up.
Right.
You put a harness on, you climb up, and I got to do that because we were working on that building. But I'd much rather climb up a tower on the inside than be in a basket, a rickety ass.
But like what he was mostly doing was probably just getting cancer inside of the buildings, right?
Oh, for sure.
That's right. Just irradiated constantly. With one building with a sign that says there's asbestos in it, like it's the price you pay.
Story of my life.
Yeah, so now you don't have to do that anymore. Now, are you just doing this as your job?
Yeah, which is crazy enough. It's been recent. My last day was mid-January, so I'm still kind of getting accustomed to the fact that I don't have to sit in traffic anymore. It's kind of the greatest.
You lucky son of a bitch.
I was just talking to a friend of mine, and she does similar stuff, and she was saying that it's hard to just continually come up with the content. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it always is. It's always a struggle. I think like there will be times when your mind can't think of anything, and I've done it enough times now to know that it will come back. And so when it first started happening, like say I'd have like a week where I just didn't think of anything clever, and I was like, oh, I'm freaking out. The channel's over. I'm screwed. And then all of a sudden it wakes back up and you're all right. So I've had enough cycles of that now that I know that it'll be fine. Like, because something always pops in, something always comes in the head. But it is true. It's like you always got to be thinking of different ways to do it. You've got to think of different like ideas and how to make them funny. And the long form stuff is like that too. It's like, how do you make you can't just make another how to wheelie video. You gotta come up with something, a unique take, a unique angle and all that stuff. But that's the price we pay. So it's still rewarding and creatively challenging. Like one of the reasons why I got into this, by the way, is as a broadcast engineer, I found myself becoming like less witty. And I don't know if you guys ever had that happen, but like It's just such an analytical job, so technical that I didn't have a comeback one time, and I was like, oh, I was pissed off. I always consider myself clever. So I started kind of the channel and stuff to get creative again. And it kind of changed everything, of course. I may have overcompensated a little bit here, but it brought me back from the brink, and I've being creative has always been something I enjoy, and so it was nice to get going with that again.
He was becoming who you always saw in an engineer.
Right.
That one slip. He's like, no, I won't do it.
He wasn't old enough yet. He was going to show up in like just regular Wranglers with like a, he's got like an Izod polo shirt tucked in.
And then say something funny to him and be like,
he's wearing Skechers.
Some New Balance.
That's where he was headed.
That's funny. First of all, congratulations to you, because I know last year when I met you at TDS, you said you're still working a 9 to 5. Congratulations on doing that. What would you say is your favorite part and your least favorite part of being a content creator?
I think favorite part is the creating. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've had enough longevity up to this point. I actually do enjoy making stuff. Sometimes I'll have an idea, and as I'm making it, I'm just fucking giggling. I'm like cracking up, and I'm like, dude, I'm onto something, right? I'm doing it for me, selfishly, and then putting it out to the public sometimes. Sometimes I have obligations, things that I have to, but I think the creative side is still like very much fun for me.
Well, and I could sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said I could actually so what I wasn't like a fan. I hadn't really met you, and then when I met you at TDS, and then I ran into you guys, like you and April actually during TDS, and then you came up with the idea, and like watching, it was actually really cool, like having the perspective and watching you like actually go through your creative process and your idea and seeing how you did it, and like that you kind of a switch kind of flipped, and it was cool to see that, because I'd never seen that happen before, and it was really neat to see, and it gave me a whole different opinion at that point of what you do and what creators in general do.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I really enjoy the creative process. And again, I'm not for everybody. I never plan to be for everybody. When people tell me I suck, I'm like, yeah, well, that's fine. Like that never bothers me. None of that stuff bothers me. I'm just making stuff that I think is funny, and I've been lucky enough that people tolerate it for now. But I really do enjoy that process. It's been super fun. I think the thing I like the least is the stress that's involved, which I don't think a lot of people realize if you haven't been on the creative side of things, like we talk about, like, what if there's no idea coming into your head? Or, what if every time you put something out, if it doesn't do well, like, are you thinking you're crap? It's like there's always some level of stress. There's always some level of something I should be doing instead. So like, say, for example, kicking your feet up on the beach or something. I'm like, I have a million things I could be doing right now, and it's hard to enjoy anything when you're always like that. So I'm sure most people can relate to that, whether they're creators or not. It's like hard to enjoy things in life because there's always something that I should be doing that I'm not, and I can't help but feel guilty. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should be doing anything other than being on this podcast. It's not going to be good for you in any way.
That's what Jay Prizzle just said. He said, least favorite ? Going on podcasts like Gnar Couch. And then Bentonville Lunar also says, nah, I prefer Calirado Kid over MTB Allen because mustache. Better mustache, rather.
Yes.
What about like the revenue streams? Like, do you ever get stressed out? Like, do you have sponsors, or do you have your own revenue streams that are coming in just from your content? And if you have the sponsors, like, what are their demands like? Because I know for some of the people that I know, like, that's the part that they hate.
Yeah, like, it's interesting because I've kind of had to do it the hard way, in the sense that, like, a lot of long form YouTube creators, their main revenue stream is their videos revenue streams. So, like, the views on the videos, how much money they get off the videos, and over time, when you made enough videos, you've got a constant, steady revenue stream from YouTube directly. Since the majority of our fame and fortune came from shorts, it works differently because Instagram, TikTok, they don't pay me anything. Mm-hmm. So it's entirely up to me to negotiate with brands when it comes to whether it's a single-use video, maybe they want one video and some story posts, or they want a series of things, or I have long-term partnerships. Everything's been to grind, to grab, to negotiate my way to financial success in that regard. So a lot of it is like, say, for example, an agency reaches out and they represent REI, and hey, we're working on this campaign for fall or whatever. We want to get you involved. So then I could do something for them, make a video, put it out, and then, you collect a paycheck off of that. It's not a long-term deal, But the benefit of social media is that you can do more one-off things like that. And then I do have long-term partners as well, like N+1 Bikes. They're based out of Louisville. They're a great shop. Everyman Jack and Insta360. So there's more, like, you can count on that. Sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. But
Bless you.
Thank you. Yes. Grazie. Or should I say prego? I don't know. Either way.
I know some Italian.
The ultimate goal is like, then it's like making long form videos, and that's like bonus checks now and so now I'm starting to diversify revenue streams by making more long form, which I enjoy making stuff. I just haven't had any time because I usually have to pick up kids and all this other stuff. So making long form stuff. But to answer your question, the majority is like negotiated deals with whether it's agencies or whatever else it could be single use, could be multiple videos and all that. So
wow,
it's interesting.
Diversify and long form. I feel like we're in like an investment podcast.
You got to diversify your bonds.
Diversify the portfolios.
Diversify your bongs?
Bonds.
Well, look at some of the bigger creators too, by the way. Like, for example, Seth's Bike Hacks, which is Burn Peak now, but he had the rental property, which I think he just recently sold. But he's got, some of them are doing component brands. Brian bought Everstoke, which is a mountain bike property. They're building trails and all kinds of features that people can camp at. So
where's Everstoke?
Sorry, I had to cough real quick. It's out near Gray Eagle. So they bought 91 acres.
Yeah.
And we've been
where's Gray Eagle?
Where's Gray Eagle?
Yeah. Northern California. Not that far from TDS, really. So TDS is in Nevada City, so it's probably like an hour and a half from there.
Yeah. Is TDS in Nevada City? I thought it was Oregon City up on the coast.
It's Grass City.
Fuck,
no.
Rob.
Valley, technically, but it's right there. Yeah.
The whole.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Shit. Sorry.
You really caught on to that one.
I'm slow tonight.
Rob's eyes are barely open.
No, he's finally catching up to his normal form
I'm
tonight.
actually really fucking tired tonight.
I thought he was going to say stoned. Is that the same
what I
thing?
thought too.
I'm actually not stoned. I'm really fucking tired tonight.
That makes all of us.
What's tired?
No, you could blindfold Rob with dental floss right now.
Ben Galooner says, at a bar in the Capitol, trying to smash some $10 IPAs. Phones on 10%. Catch you guys later.
10%. You got plenty of time.
He also wants to know when Joe drops his OnlyFans link.
Wouldn't that be nice? Look at that mustache. Be amazing.
Dude, if you just did some satire with your mustache and stuff, you'd probably make money. Like just wear bibs and comb your mustache or something.
There's a couple mountain bike content creators that are on OnlyFans, but like one of them's like, is it Steph or something? And the other dude, like Mermaider?
Mermaider is
there now too or something?
Oh, is she on there?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, just for mountain bike stuff?
I hope not.
That's the question of the day. I don't dare subscribe, all right? I don't want you guys to give me their trail report, if you will.
Well, me too. These guys are all married. And I'm not going to pay for another subscription. Get out of here.
Side note.
Just got HBO Max.
She was once on this show, the other show.
That's right.
And the irony of that is he brought it up when the people that used to be on the show, if he was on here, their heads would be exploding right now.
I feel like Calirado kid's way less of a he's like more nerdy but a better influencer in a way, in the way of like he actually does bike things. He doesn't now if he was just wearing spandex all the time, had like big old nails and always like had his lips all puffed up and shit.
Dude, her lips are crazy.
You took the long route. I thought you were just going to say less of a cunt.
Time will tell, all right? Some of my favorite stories, by the way, are when Seabass, the old normal mountain biker, like tells me when OnlyFans people reach out to him and it's just comedy gold. He'll show me the messages. I'm like, this is amazing.
Hey, keep that in mind.
He's
that
on
in
here
mind.
Next week. We are going to ask
That's
that question.
question number one.
Oh my God! Hold on.
So glad we talked about this.
I have to note this right now.
I could change my name on my OnlyFans to Gnar Couch. We could start an OnlyFans. I'll have to delete a few things, but
I mean, the couch.
Trick for that one, your specialty thing is you're just gonna have a camera down low and it's all on your guys' feet. Like,
we used to have one that just looked at feet, and that was my angle. And then also we had a fart mic, so I feel like we need a fart mic back so we can pick up farts and feet. That could be our name on OnlyFans.
Rhino was the first person ever to fart in a mic here. Fart into a mic.
Fart in a mic? What the hell is that? Who's Mike?
My kid is so good at farting. I'm just going to bring him in.
Really?
Do it. You just sit by the fart, Michael. Just be on it all, and we'll never talk.
I should just give you the portable recorder we have, and you can just walk around recording them.
That'd be kind of weird. Chief's just walking around waiting for his kid to fart. This morning, though, I could have.
At least it's his kid, you know. Just don't give somebody else the mic.
Yeah, just go to I'll just go to a park. These guys are all busy. I'll just go to a park and pick up farts. You know, that won't be weird.
It's so funny that like we were all thinking this today because like we didn't really like have like content creator / influencer people on. That was like one of our things, and then Kenny, who used to be on the show, he would have gotten so mad about this. But he was the first person to ever have someone like that on anything affiliated with us when he had Mermaid on. Yeah. And it was just them like trying to suck her tits the whole time.
The first time.
Do you sew your clothes?
Weird.
Nobody's tried that on me yet.
Well, we're not done yet. Relax, slow down.
Yeah.
We do want your OnlyFans at the end, Joe.
The first like influencer we had on that was probably still one of our best shows, Jeremy Jones.
I love that guy.
That was awesome.
He's hilarious.
Funny as fuck. He reminds me a lot of Calirado. Kid,
yeah, very similar.
Like, yeah.
And that's why Kenny quit. He quit that day.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep, he quit that day.
Yeah, because I was there for that. That was one of the best shows. That guy was so fun.
I knew it was going to be a good show when we did the open and you asked him about Teton gravity research. And he just went with it.
Oh, yeah, that was the best. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing is like you get, because Jeremy Jones, the snowboard.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
okay, now I remember.
Jeremy Jones.
Sorry.
But no, I mean, that's the thing is like you can like hate all you want and do this and that, but as soon as you meet people that make a living, as some do, or even get a big following off of their personality, generally they have a pretty likable personality. Like you go hang out with Joe and Seabass and those guys, and they're some of the most fun guys around the campfire type of thing.
Absolutely,
is for a reason.
Yeah, like when I remember when I met fucking Sebastian for the first time, I was like, well, this guy's fucking actually really cool. And same with Joe. I was like, all right, this is not, honestly, this is not who I thought he was, and I was like, you're actually a really, really good guy.
Yeah,
and
no, I took the approach of just like making writing edits once a week and being an asshole. It doesn't really work. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Actually, it was Seabass fucking continually telling, get Joe on the show, and then Rhino's like, you should really get him on. You'd like him.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, you should start a podcast. I want some credit for this. It'll be called The Joe Show.
That's good.
Right?
That's really good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. Where'd you come up with that?
I got this long list of names, and that wasn't even on it. That's number one.
The Joe Show. Everybody's going to watch you thinking you're Joe Rogan. Like, is this that Joe Show I've been hearing about?
Well, now that you're doing this for a living, what's next for you, bud?
Oh God, just try not to get my family into financial ruin is really like the number one goal at this point. But we've been okay. We've been okay, and this has kind of afforded me a little bit more time with the kids and stuff now too. So selfishly, it's been nice. My dad's getting a little older too, and so I was like, let's go out on more fishing trips. Let's do all that. So the priority always had to be on the weekends, like, because you're working all week, you're picking up the kids, doing all this stuff. So the weekend was like, I've got 4 hours to film 2 things, and all this, like everything was always just very compact and stressful. I'm not saying it's not now; it still is, but it's like. Now I can be like, hey, Dad, yeah, let's just go fish or something. Like, so I can selfishly, it's kind of nice because it opens up a little bit more family time, and that's been cool.
You should make videos with your dad. Those are always good.
Mm-hmm. I thought about it, but here's the funny part. And this is one of the greatest joys of my life is my dad's sense of humor is not great, and so like. I'll purposely make bad jokes that I know he's not going to laugh at because I think it's funny. Like, and so, but I always try to get him going, but he's not.
I like
goes right over his head.
I like watching old people be confused and or annoyed at jokes. That's
why you're here.
Yeah, get on my YouTube, and that's all I watch is just confused old people. What the fuck are you talking about? I gotta
see the Google search here.
Something we asked somebody last week. What's your least favorite and most favorite current trend in mountain biking?
Least favorite trend is like trying to push technology that nobody asked for. Like, it's just like, I know it's like the whole point is to always innovate, but like there just always seems to be something where you're like, it's, you know, I don't say like we went that far with this. I think the tech's already there. I mean, I see a lot of innovation stuff maybe happening on the e-bike side, but I feel like even that's kind of we're kind of at the precipice, there. So I don't know. Like Fox unveiled their new 36 today. Like, is anybody they're gonna tell you how groundbreaking it is? I'm sure, but it's like, come on, is it really gonna be exceptionally different from the last one? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I'm also not a tech guy, by the way. So if that wasn't evident enough already when it comes to bike parts, in no way am I a tech guy. Like, I just like to ride bikes. So, yeah, there's that. And so that's the least favorite. What's my most favorite in mountain biking? Is that the next one?
Yeah.
Gravel biking. That just looks incredible to me.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to kick you out of the room, dude.
Dino just got a big heart on.
Oh, my God. Getting kicked off immediately.
No. So what is it?
I mean, honestly, like, for me, mountain biking is just adventure. So, like, I just love hearing about new places to ride, like new trails popping up and things like that, and just going to see them and hanging out with people when we do it. So, I think, like, just going out is, I don't know. I'm an easy guy. I hope to travel more. I want to travel a bunch more for riding and just hit new areas, meet new people. I'm going to be hitting the East Coast this time. I'm going to Bentonville for the Bike Fest, which is the greatest mountain bike town in history, as far as I can tell.
Yeah,
so
definitely the capital.
got a lot of good elevation out there.
I hear bikes are way better with more travel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we have some questions from our audience, and I apologize ahead of time, but
They're directed at you. What was the question? What do you want to ask Calirado, kid?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
We're sorry in advance.
We'll start with P and Pickle, and he wants to know if Rab was a DEI appearance due to his Boston accent.
He means Rob, Boston Rob. We know the accent well enough. Boston Rab.
And Rob is very happy that you had him on your.
It's all he
clip.
talks about.
It was fun.
Yeah.
He shows me
That
once
was
a
perfect.
week.
That was a good time, man.
I'll go with Mr. Wienermaster, MTV Matt Colorado. He wants to know the age-old question: tits or ass? He just got really serious.
That's a serious
Really
question,
serious.
dude.
I'm really weighing the pros and cons here. I think it's got to be ass. I think it's got to
boy.
be.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a good pair, but you gotta have a good rump to hold them up.
Yeah.
Or you could just be
I'm
like,
far more likely to be like following secretly behind a woman than I am in front of her.
Yeah. Just like, look,
Fair.
why is your GoPro on your back? Oh, it just is a really cool angle.
or you could just be like Kid Rock and like flat asses and floppy tits.
I remember when I took my godson riding, and one of my wife's friends who was very fit, I don't think you guys know her. She doesn't ride a whole lot. She was wearing those super short, like volleyball shorts, and
Sounds
she was
like I want to know.
she was a college volleyball player. She's not overly tall, an Amazonian. She's just very fit. And so I said, Asa, you just ride behind her. And so he did the whole day, and he was like, that was great. I was like, you're going to be slow as fuck, and she's slow too, but you'll be okay. You will have a good time. Marcus P&W asks, can you please stop making content?
I get that a lot. I'm working on it. I just I haven't. My ego won't let me. I'm trying. I'm trying everything I can.
You can't be successful without the haters.
That's right.
Yeah.
The appreciators are just kind of annoying.
No, again, I don't want everybody to like me. I don't care if everybody does. Like, it's like I'm not for everybody. It's fine. Who cares?
You know,
it's hard to take offense when you're a creator.
It's really weird because everyone likes us.
We got canceled once.
You know, I don't know how you don't get that. I mean, with us, it's so easy. Every single person we talk to.
I mean, have you ever had anyone erase all of your content online before? Because we have. That's how much people like us. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got hacked.
Oh man.
Yeah, they didn't like that we told the truth about something, and it wasn't. It didn't follow the narrative.
Keyword
so
hack.
Yeah, exactly.
Hack.
I can't even fathom spending time in my life to worry about what other people are doing with their time.
wouldn't that
I
fucking
can't
suck?
even, like imagine.
That would suck.
It's fair.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
But we did do that a lot when we started this podcast, and now we do it a lot less.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable when you care
Shit
less.
about people, but it's different to like some people actively take concern in what I'm doing, and like there's like think I'm an offense to the industry, and I'm like, I don't think I'm the offense to the industry you think I am. They're like, you're taking sponsorship money away from the athletes. I'm like, I'm not sponsored by any of the people that sponsor athletes.
And even at
like,
that
I don't
too,
get any money from anybody.
you should get a fucking specialized sponsor, this or that sponsor. Like, you're taking sponsorship money from that? Oh, wait, I'm doing their job better? Okay, sorry about that. Like, that's what sponsorships are. It's money worth spending type of thing. It's
Absolutely.
marketing. I hate when people are like, well, that should be for so-and-so. Well, guess what? So-and-so didn't fucking get it for a reason. So be better so-and-so.
Pretty good.
And that's like, I had literally someone provide examples for companies that I was like stealing money from. I was like, I'm not sponsored by, I've never taken money from any of those companies. What are you talking about? Like, I don't
Take it all, Joe.
I don't
Take
think
it
the monster
all.
you think I am.
Yeah.
And just take it.
Be a monster.
Just go after it.
Yeah, dude. That's what I would do. Fuck all that.
You should get like 2 bike sponsorships just to piss people off.
The funny, like, apparently people don't realize what marketing is. And marketing is like, hey, if I can take this thing, which is a random box of cigarettes, by the way. I don't even smoke, but I needed it for a bit sometimes. I needed to be like a Frenchman, and guess what? Cigarettes I accidentally bought. They were American made. It's not focusing, is it?
No.
You
I
tried.
totally screwed up there.
They Marlboro.
Well, like if the goal is to get the most amount of views and engagement on this thing, like, you know, it's the companies don't care who does it. It's just whoever does it best.
That's the
Whatever.
job.
Yeah.
That's the job. Fucking do it. Yeah. Don't feel bad for that shit. You can send them our way. We'll make them feel better.
Yeah.
21 Adams says, "Do it jiggle."
Wait, Bart, I'm getting 42. Yeah.
I was gonna say which it.
So the answer is yes. It all jiggles.
Yeah, which parts?
Yeah.
This one's from Banquet Boss 69. And why do I keep getting these kind of questions?
Oh, what?
What does Californian pussy taste like? Asking for a friend.
Oh my God.
Had you give him his name?
He's known as the jerk hand.
Boys.
It's been a minute.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
You'll see him in a few weeks, right?
I hear the sushi was much different back in the day.
Speaking of which, that restaurant over there looks like they have some nice sushi.
That place is actually really good. It's a good little hole in the
Getting
wall.
some bibimbap before I leave.
It's good.
Yum.
Is that it? Oh, we got the one question we need to ask.
Oh yeah, you're really good at that one.
You want me to ask that one? That's the
let's
only
hear
one.
it.
left.
Way better at it than I am.
The only
I don't
thing you
know.
have memorized, so say it.
You really like holding that black one.
I do.
I held it a minute ago and it felt good.
It's the right
It was
size.
substantial.
Yeah.
Solid lacquer.
Just
Someone's gonna Photoshop me holding a dick now.
it's a two-hander.
Never should have done 4K clips. That was a bad idea.
Blew it.
So we have a question we ask everyone who comes on the show. This originated way back with our first guest ever, Lance Canfield. Was he our first guest?
I think so.
Or was he our second guest?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Kickstand was our first guest.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. And then Lance was, I think, our second.
No
And
wonder
that's-
Kickstand stopped writing.
Oh, yeah.
You guys.
So let's say you're riding along and something runs out in front of you on the trail. You look at it and you think, fuck this dog, man, I'm going to crash. And so you run into the dog and you crash. You go flipping over your bike. You're laying down in the dirt. You're bloody and you're like, ugh, fucking hate trail dogs. And then you look up and the trail dog is actually a mini horse. Are you more or less pissed off that you ran over a mini horse than you would be if you hit a dog?
Far less pissed off. Imagine the content ideas. I mean, come on. Like, that's crazy. It's 10 million views. I'm in. I'm all in at this point. I don't care what it takes.
It sounds like you need to go hit a mini horse. Just tag us.
Yeah. If you make that video, we get some of the dollars.
Yeah, hook us up.
Yeah.
Don't actually hurt the horse, though. We like mini horses.
Yeah, we do.
They're adorable.
They are.
Cute.
Do any of you have anything else for Joe?
I don't, but I did ask him to provide questions to us. So.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
I love
actually,
this
one more
part.
question. Hey, Joe, you going to be at TDS?
I think the game plan is to be there. I think, like last time I tried to get there Thursday through Sunday, but I got so many events coming on. I'm probably going to come hang Friday and Saturday. I'm not sure yet, but I'll definitely be out there to come say hi to everybody.
Now he's too busy.
Like, I just don't have anything to do there, so I'm just hanging out with everybody. So it's like it's super fun.
You should just race.
Just come and have
Oh
fun.
my God.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a racer in the Zoom room. Colin Bum is racing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
race.
Yeah, it's Semper Fi.
All right, what questions?
I think it'd be funny, by the way, I thought this would be a good comedic element if I just spent really like 6 months hardcore like race training and then showed up to an event, didn't tell anybody that I had prepped, and actually like position. I wouldn't podium in TDS, by the way, but
you'd
like,
position.
showed up and did decent. And I think that'd be just funny. Like,
hey, I'll train you. The funnier part would be that we spent 6 months on training, and we'd both just have beer guts, and you'd show up.
Exactly.
You'd hit the tech parts great, but then you'd get last place because you can't pedal anymore.
Yes.
Well, what questions do you have for us then?
Oh my God! I had to prep questions. You were serious about that? Shit.
Even just one question.
It can be one question.
No, this is good. Since we're talking about TDS, what would you say defines TDS or sets it apart from other mountain bike races / events?
The family. That's my answer. The family. And I've had the family and the vibe, but I've only been there as a spectator and hanging out. Perry.
So the family and the vibe, the Sanchez's are amazing. The fact that it's called the Dirty Sanchez is also amazing.
Yep.
But the best part outside of that is the trails, the way the race is laid out. It's the race that I have gone to. You get back to the top, you hang out for a little bit, you're ready to drop. Shit keeps moving even when shit happens. And the fucking trails. It's a true mountain biker's paradise where, guess what? It's all private property. Everybody can fuck off. So the one time a year it actually gets ridden, it's the sickest shit, and it's like somewhat the same, and like ridden in by fucking professionals, not a bunch of Jerry's skidding through the insides of turns. And so ruts are where they should be, and it just and then the vibe after the racing, the big ass fire, the food, the pump track, the RC track's one of the coolest parts too. You're just going hanging out with all the nerds. It's just overall, I mean, you've been there, you've felt, I mean, even the companies that come out, you see like the grassroots side of that company. You see like the people that are actually just there to have a good time. I mean, I'm not even like sponsored by Cannondale, and those guys always make sure my bike's running good. You run into so-and-so, they're like, oh, your brake's good, this and that. And it's not like you're not at like some big ass venue stressing out trying to get your bike ready. You're like stressing out about seeing everybody you like and having a good time, and it's cool. That shit's every race could take just a little snippet of that, and I might start racing again. Would be cool.
I haven't been, but
I've been to events. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, your turn.
Say I haven't been, but what I think separates them is that they send us shirts, and no other race does.
I love it.
It's really nice.
Oh yeah,
that place is such a vibe, and I think you're right when it comes to the family side of things. Like, it was weird that they welcomed me. Honestly, like, I think it's a far more hardcore crowd than I'm used to being around, and the fact that they invited me out there and for the first time a couple years ago, and I've been going ever since, is like, I felt welcomed. And I mean, I think when you go out there, it just shows. I mean, there's so much vibe out there. It's crazy. And then, I love that the fact that, like, at some point people start throwing like gasoline balls on top of the fire, and Sanchez's have to come out and yell at you and kick them out, or like warn them they're going to kick them out.
Yeah, it's definitely like a good old boy get together once the sun goes down. It's like, oh shit, Dad's coming! Everybody duck!
Stoking the fire with a leaf blower.
Who the fuck is blowing this? You want to do this on my property? Go the fuck out! Ron comes out pissed off. Look the fuck out. Dude. But it makes you love him more like a father. You see that, and it just gives you the tinglies.
Right, I've said it a few times.
Stories of it, waking up in the morning or whatever. They're like, oh, Ron came down and started yelling at everybody, throwing gas balls. I was like, perfect. It's exactly like you said. The dad came out and told everybody, go to bed.
Sitting there holding your beer behind your back, like, me? No, it was him, I swear.
No fireworks. Wait, what? Fireworks? What?
Fireworks? I didn't even see those.
2 years ago when Hadrian Lackner crashed and he lost his shit, Ron lost his shit in front of like a whole crowd of people. Like, I was like, you're my fucking hero. Great fucking job.
Oh, he'll put his foot down. I was racing and I was pedaling back up after that, and I ran into the crowd that he started screaming at, and I was like, oh, you guys are in trouble. And I put my helmet back on, just kept pedaling. It's like, I'll see.
Was that when somebody threw the can and it went into his face?
There were a couple people getting a little excited throwing beer cans on the track, and it was like the gnarliest part down in the big old gut. You're like just in this river rut of rocks. that are head size, not baby heads, but like full size heads, and you're nuking. And then the chances that Hadrian, which we should have him on to fuck around, the chances that Hadrian's such a good kid, like the nicest kid out there, go through all this bullshit, gets basically through it, a can hooks on like you want it to make the motorcycle sound like, it goes up into his fork, goes over the fucking bars, and he eats shit.
It was crazy.
I was there for that. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, as a dad, I was sitting on the sidelines watching and enjoying the chaos, but also I'm like, someone's going to get hurt here.
Hey guys, this isn't a very good idea. Maybe we should not throw full beer cans on the race course.
I did not speak up. I was like, oh my God, is this how this is? Like, it might have been like the first or second year I was there, and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, it gets pretty rowdy in the best ways. It's good. It's like, and just especially for like a private property type race, and it being like an invite only type of race, you get some pretty good riders, some hot shots, and I mean, Mick's been out there multiple times, like shit like that, where you like where it's this like, oh shit, this is real, and the fans and the gnomes and everybody that comes out to watch is like one of the best parts. It's everybody that comes out, the people that come out to watch come out to heckle. They come out to have a good time. It's pretty sick.
Well, it's a good time, and I'm glad we're going back this year.
I hope we see you there, bud.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. It's like I said, it's coming up soon. I can't believe it. They got like Sea Otter the weekend before, 2 weeks before. There's like a bunch of random things popping up in April, but dude, TDS is always a great time, man.
And don't remind me, I haven't even looked at my mountain bike's upside down in the corner in my apartment right now, and it has been for like 4 months.
It's in the shame position.
I should probably remember how to ride this.
Are you e-biking it, or are you just regular bike?
Do I look gay to you? How dare you even fucking ask me that shit? I'm quite offended. You know, just get on my Instagram today, would you? You know, and I got a story up about that.
That was pretty funny. That riding dirty guy's funny.
I was dying when I saw that shit.
Oh, yeah, I think his name's Eric. Yeah, he's a good dude.
I don't even know who it was, but the thing I saw today was really good, very clever. It was Anakin, you know, when
There's still a lot of e-bike hate out there. Are you guys on the e-bike hate train?
No, these guys all have e-bikes.
No, Jimmy doesn't.
Jimmy doesn't.
No.
No, those two think
My
that it's
homie.
really cool to pedal around.
No, it's e-bikes are cool for like old people and shit.
I'm
like,
old. What the fuck, dude?
I ride with old dog. You can't say that.
He rides an e-bike.
I know that's who they're for, is old dog. No, I don't hate e-bikes. It's one of those love hates, but not in like the regular old sense. I love to hate them. I don't know what it is. It makes me feel good.
Makes sense.
Maybe it's because I haven't dropped 10 G's on one, but makes me feel good just to be like, loser. I feel like I'm back at the skate park or something, like I'm a kid still.
They're fun, but mine's broken.
Oh yeah, Rob told me his is in the shop. My e-bike's in the shop. It sounds like you own a Chevy.
One thing that doesn't tend to happen with regular bikes, the guy's like, oh, there's a wire loose or something. I can't ride that bike. I'm like, what? All right, well, I guess we'll just keep going.
I blew my motor and my shock at the same fucking weekend.
Oh, that one of my favorite.
Really like e-bikes then.
I will say one of my favorite videos these guys did when it was him and normal MTB and what's her name?
Jess the Maker.
Oh, Jess.
Yeah, when she ran out of battery and hopped in his backpack, the way she just like sat on the back and looked like somewhat small on his back while he's pedaling. That was good.
Yeah,
The best part about that is I didn't know the facial expression she was making because she was on my back, so I didn't see it until she made the video, and I was like, fucking perfect.
Yeah, that series that you guys released of like 3 or 4 videos of you guys like doing stuff collaboratively was really good. The kidnapping one when you tag Pirate Trail on Strava was really funny, actually.
Dude, I had that in my head for a long time, and I was like, how do we pull this off? And the reason why we made so many videos that day, by the way, is because Sebastian's e-bike broke.
So it was. So he should have gotten on your back. That would have been so much better.
And originally we were gonna have him carry Jess, and like that, there's no way. The straps were just not too.
Yeah,
short
it wasn't.
So I was like, I can knock this out of the park. I've been doing leg day.
That backpack probably hardly fit around just him, let alone another human.
Dude, that thing hit like 3 million views in a day. That was awesome.
That was a good one.
Really?
No, literally, like when they picked her up and she just like had the blank face,
Yeah.
I was like, "This is fucking funny. That's good. that's some good acting. I can tell you're from LA."
Like, but you guys know how it is. Like when you guys get together as boys on a ride and you go just start doing hijinks. It's kind of like that. We start making content stuff. It's like we ride together, we have a blast, but then we start thinking of stuff and it's just pure mayhem. It's just like we just really enjoy that. So it's like that turned out really well. We had when you get the three of us together, it's lights out. Like this, we're just gonna start bouncing crazy ideas all over the place, and it works.
Yeah, Sebastian's been somewhat helpful lately, helping to guide us with some things and trying to make this a thing because we've worked so hard at it and we really want to like take the fruits of it, especially Cheef with all that he's put into this.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes me hard, but I haven't worked hard.
Same.
I'm like, what are we doing? Then I get a message from all you guys, and I'm like, oh, I get hard. I get the feels. I don't know if hard's the right word for it.
What does that mean?
Usually it's while I'm still laying in bed in the morning. So
by default.
like, is this meme funny or sexy? Oh.
Is that because you have to pee, or is it like...
It's usually both. Like, I'll try not to pee before I go to bed. Do you guys not do that? So where it's like, I don't want to wake up to my alarm. I'm like, fuck this day. But if I got to shit my pants or I got to pee, I will get up. So if you don't pee before you go to bed, you're going to wake up at fucking 5 a.m. like, I can't lay back down. No?
This is a terrible idea.
Really? I mean, I don't hold it in.
So
I just have to pee by the time I
Your
get
dick
up.
is your alarm clock?
Pretty much. Well,
it's worse. It's amplified if you're camping, by the way, because you really don't want to get out of the tent, but you know that if you don't, you're not going to be able to sleep. So you have this dilemma for 30 minutes before you finally pull the trigger.
Yeah, especially when you got to shit, and especially when you're camping, because you're like, I got to go dig a hole, I got to go find a spot, I got to da-da. And you're like, if I wait until the last second, I'm going to be sprinting through the woods trying to find a branch to hang on to and a hole to make. And yeah, it's this morning was the shit. The asshole was the alarm clock this morning. I ate it.
You just reverse the vacuum, right? Like a shop vac, and then you put one of those, those clear plastic face masks that you would put like this, but instead it so if you're in the tent, you could just have it feeding through the tent. And you could just cup it on there and flip the switch and just evac everything out.
Kind of sit sideways.
Trail.
See, now you're talking. You could use the pump for your mattress to pressurize the system to kind of flow it even. You probably use the same tube.
Look at how creative he is. This could be your first video.
Yeah, my first video is going to be how to shit while you're still in your tent.
I'm going to start shitting on the trail when I go on bike rides.
And if you haven't done that, you're not a true mountain biker. I've sacrificed a solid glove and a sock once before for a shit in the middle of nowhere mountain biking.
That's like the story of Joey.
Why you got to go ride Northern California, because up near Tahoe and Truckee, there's this plant that grows. It's basically like giant green leaves, and they are nature's toilet paper. Like they have like fur on them, so they're like, like wiping your ass with suede. So if you need help, I'll guide you out these trails, and then we don't even have to pre-duke her. We could just post-duke her.
Make sure the leaves of 3 are not touching said V.
Oh yeah.
Or you could be like Cody did and use his sock in the ride with Joey Foresta back in the day.
Be a bad day. I've gotten poison oak on my ball sack. It
At
sucks.
TDS?
And my Drangus. No, well, yeah, TDS came up my thigh. Every single year at TDS, I've gotten poison oak, and it's a miserable month after, but it's so worth it. I usually crash into a large amount of poison oak.
You had scabs from it last time, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I look like a crackhead like 2 months after TDS. I'm like picking scabs. I'm like, guys, don't worry. It's going away. I promise. Did you hear that outside? Is that a helicopter? And now I'm itching. I'm getting itchy.
Stuff is the worst, dude. You just gotta bring Dawn dish soap and just all over every night. God.
Cold water Dawn dish soap. Just keep washing till it goes away. Make sure you use the stuff with the oily ducks on the front. I found that out. Yeah, those are the good ones. Well,
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really nice having this guy on. This
I really
freaking
enjoyed
fella.
it.
Appreciate you guys tolerating me.
Yeah. I think it was wonderful.
Maybe I'll start following him now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go make him our first follow on TikTok.
Oh.
By the way, the Baiku video that you posted was fantastic.
I didn't do anything good. That was all Jimmy.
This is true. It's really easy when Jimmy does the coos.
Yeah.
He's starting to get the clear throat coos. He's getting ready. He's like,
Glasses aren't on yet.
I know they're not on, but the clear throats come a little bit before he puts the glasses on. He's like, wait, is he gonna say something?
Joe, shout out your socials and any sponsors you want to talk about.
Yeah, it's the Calirado Kid on all platforms, and no pressure to follow whatsoever. But and then in terms of sponsors, I work with Insta360. They've been rad partner. Everyman Jack, they keep me smelling good, and N+1 Bikes. They're based out of Louisville. They're one of the biggest sellers for Ibis, actually. So I've been rocking the Ripmo recently. I've been really liking it. But they also sent me a Pivot Shuttle AM that I've been playing around on.
Ooh.
So the dreaded e-bike, and I will say that. It's the first time I've had an e-bike long term in the garage, because like sometimes I borrowed one and sent it right back or something. This is the first time I've had it in there, and like we've been doing like just running the battery out on rides, like 6,000 feet, 7,000 feet of climbing until the battery gives up, and that is like I think that's where the e-bikes shine. Like if anyone's to ask me, like normal short rides for me, like I'm more than capable on the regular bike. I don't need it, but when we go do these like 35 mile, 7,000 feet of climbing rides in a couple hours or whatever, like that's where it really shines for me. And you can hit like steep stuff that would normally take a lot of climbing and a lot of time. It's like, dude, you can really nail that stuff out. Like Santa Cruz is a good example of that. And there's some other trail systems close by here that aren't, whatever. But that's, I like it. I think it's cool. I haven't used it much, but like the times we have done it, it's been like, to run the battery out of them, nice. And I like that.
Do you haul it in the back of your Tesla truck or your Rivian?
Oh my God, I can't even imagine having an electric vehicle. Are you crazy? Oh my God, the stress. There's already that battery stress on the damn bike. I couldn't even live with it.
I'm sorry, that was just payback for you asking if I had an e-bike.
No, he's got a Tacoma.
I charge my Rivian with my Cybertruck.
Plugged into my Cummins diesel generator.
Well, the Cybertruck is powered by people just throwing stuff at it and like scraping it. So it just gains power like that.
The scratched in swastikas somehow charge the battery.
It's powered by that.
Powered by white power. Whoa, wait.
Whoa, wow, Rob.
Yeah. The Jew said that. The Jew said that.
Of course he did.
He's Jewish.
He's definitely Jewish.
I gotta say, I can thank you for introducing me to Everyman Jack, because now I use their like soap and shit.
It's good.
It actually is. It's really
Everyman.
Everyman Jack.
Everyman does.
Wait,
jack.
It's Everyman Jack. I jack every man.
Based out of Marin, those guys are like based out of the mountain biking,
that's
homeland,
cool.
right? So they're close. We went to the mountain bike museum when I went down there to hang out with them, and we're trying to get them more involved in like dig days and stuff too. I'd love to get them as a company like out to like fund it and be like, hey, whoever comes out, we'll get free lunch. We'll just handle it, and that way we can kind of contribute to the trails with them. So hopefully we get them more involved this year.
There's a lot of sweaty people at dig days.
Yeah,
That would work.
Yeah.
Sweaty, attractive men, and I'm there for it.
It's the only reason I go.
I know.
All right. Well, I was an attractive man. I'm a little terrified right now. But
Who said you were attractive?
thank you, Joe. I just inferred that since they say my kid is cute and he looks like me, that I have to be.
He's way cuter than you, sir.
Of course.
That checks out.
Thanks, Joe. We appreciate it. And I really will go follow you on our TikTok right now.
Feel free to stick around, hang out. We'll be here for another 15 minutes because I think Cheef wants to talk about neck braces tonight.
Yeah, I do.
Beautiful. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on and tolerating me. Like I said, I'm not always everyone's cup of tea, but thanks for putting up with me. I'm gonna go get dinner started for the kids. You know how we got to do that stuff.
Hey,
Right
Joe,
on.
that's fine. One
Good.
thing, we love you.
Yeah, that was
We
fun,
appreciate
dude.
you.
Thanks for hopping on,
I
bud.
can't wait to see
Appreciate
you
it.
guys in a couple weeks. Actually.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, man.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
we're gonna do a show either in my trailer or in Perry's trailer, so you should come and join us live.
Yeah, stop on in.
Love it. All right,
Mobile
guys. Appreciate
Zoo,
you.
Sick, dude. Thank you.
See him.
Later.
Good get. He's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think I told him this when I met him. I was like, I didn't really like him that much, and I didn't fight.
Wow.
Hey, you know what?
Well, he's gone.
I fucking hated you.
No, and I said it's like, well, he wasn't my cup of tea, but it was Rhino and Seabass that were like, no, you need to get to know him. He's
Like I was saying, once you meet somebody like that in person, you're like, oh, that's just who he is. He's just
that's
a fun
exactly
guy.
what it is. And he's a good guy. He's a funny guy, and like deep dive and talking to him, we have kids the same age. Like
Rob is just more and more jealous of his wife every time he meets him.
Whose wife?
Joe's wife.
Joe's.
Well, I want a mustache ride from him. Come on.
Wow.
Clip.
Yeah, mustache right from him. That's
him.
him Han over here.
So what's this? What's this whole thing with neck braces today?
No, you guys. I'm the only one who wears one regularly.
I don't know if you can tell, I have quite a stout neck. I don't need one of those. You ever seen John Cena?
Yeah.
That's probably the best
That
way
looks
to
like
explain
you.
my
I think
neck.
that looks just like you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've never seen him.
Wait, you haven't?
No.
You've never seen John,
like,
you son of a bitch. I was like, he's doing something.
this is a bit.
You know,
Jimmy did a bit.
When he's got the serious face, it's always a bit. Never seen him.
Never seen him.
You always got the now you don't part, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you do got that stout neck, the no neck. You're like Brock Lesnar.
Wait, I have a neck. It's a good in between. That's why I wear a collar. I'm getting fatter, so it's just
You're getting more jowls. You won't need any kind of brace.
You mean you're getting?
Just let your jowls save you. Are you going to get a front butt? Are you going to take it that far?
I'm getting there. Soon I won't need anything to hold my beer. I won't even need a recliner. I can just kind of sit up on that.
Just shift the back fat around.
What is a front butt?
It's like a
Like, have any of you ever seen a front butt like with no
Yeah.
clothes on?
It's a fupa for a man. I've only seen it like regrettably when you're like, what's going on? Oh my God, what is this guy?
Oh my god.
So,
That happened to me
okay.
last night.
This is a serious question because I don't know.
I
Is
saw
it-
one in Maverick today.
Is it like okay? So you have like a beer belly. Is it like the front butt underneath
like a
it, or
flap.
Has kind of a crack too.
Yeah, where your belly button is. Think of like Goliath, a mastiff.
yeah?
So your belly button is your nose, is his nose, and the rest you got like this, like it like comes from where if you ran, you'd get like it's like loose long titties off your belly.
Loose long titties off your belly. I just marked the clip. That's a reel right there.
I feel like isn't that a good like front
That's
butt
a good
explanation?
explanation.
Because there's the fupa. But
Wait,
the
wait,
fupa is a female. Front butt is like a male thing. The fupa is more put together. I feel like there's a little more to it. It's not quite as separated.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite. I've done a little research on the front butt versus the fupa.
The belly button is the sphincter.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all. Are they all one big unit from like say like mid chest
No,
down
that's
to the front butt, or is there like a separate like hanging of the stomach and then this thing kind of goes out from the abdomen?
I feel
and the
like
front
you
butt
either
maneuver?
have a beer gut, like the hard guts,
Like
you
Randy, like
either
an
have
apple.
that, yeah, like Randy, like,
We're talking apple versus pear.
yeah, where if you slap it, it'd be like thump, thump.
Gotcha.
Belly button like looks like they're pregnant, and then there's the front butt where they don't really have much under their titties, and then it goes from belly button down and like folds over the belt.
Because I can't tell with
my
clothes
God.
on.
Yeah,
Like
No.
because I almost said something I shouldn't have said. There are people that I know personally who I've seen their front butts.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm looking at Phil Collins when I'm not supposed to.
Yeah,
You know, like
you catch it and you're like, oh, what did I just look
Yeah,
at?
and
Like you wish you would have had your eyes
right.
closed.
And like they're looking like they immediately are looking up at me like, don't look at my front butt.
I'm trying not to. It's just right there.
Eyes are up here.
Yeah. See that because the like beer gut, the shirt like kind of works up and like sticks up here,
Right.
you know, and it's like you just see it. A front butt, like their shirt's just not long enough, and then you see the flaps hanging out. over
Right.
the belt, you know, like the strip.
It's kind of
flap.
like if you were to just like take two toothpicks and stick them in the bottom of a pear.
Yeah.
That's like the human. That's the fruit equivalent of what the human body looks like with the front butt.
like a
But I just
rotten pears.
right. I just didn't know if there was like a flap on top of the front butt or if it's all a unit.
No, I think it's like basically like the upper dick area that always stays tied to your dick, and then it flaps over. There's just that flap.
They
So
call
it's-
that the Dunlap.
It's Dunlop's disease.
I mean, you get it's the sad part is like if you've been super overweight and you lose a lot of weight, you got a front butt.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's what you end up with.
You got a flappy flat front
Yeah,
butt.
super flap front.
So
butt.
this is more like a stomach-based foreskin.
Yeah, you can.
You're
can
gonna have to lift to clean and such.
Oh yeah, you can fix a front butt with some surgery generally, as to where with the beer gut it's like solid. It's like boom, 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 and
Can-
it like
can-
you can see the bottom of it if you're
Yeah.
looking at it from the front. It's not folding.
Are front butts like genetic, or can anyone like work their way if they really want to into a front butt?
One can hope.
One can only dream. I feel like I'm getting there. Like, see, I have a baby front butt. I'm getting.
Nah, that's not a front butt. what
No,
you
look.
got
So
going
see.
on.
So just think. If I push this down, just think like 6 inches longer. If I push this down, see how the belly button stays there, and there's that tight skin in the middle. Mm-hmm. That's a front butt. I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, so that's just gonna expand. And,
It'll just keep. I'll never get like fat up here, or like here or anything. It's just gonna like.
yeah.
What, your junctions aren't going to turn to curves?
I've got a little bit of a butt right now. Have you seen it?
Show the camera. Look at that. You actually
that.
have kind of an ass now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Usually it's a
Cut-
junction.
Cut the hair, gained an ass.
I've loosened my belt a little bit, and they still stay up.
I know there's like dudes out there. I think this is in my mind more so because when I was. Where was that? It was yesterday. I was driving up the street and like these two dirty people were hugging each other in front of one of the houses in my neighborhood, and this lady looked like a triangle. But the guy didn't care at all. He was like smooching on her and stuff. They were really doing PDA like big time.
Yeah. Those
And I was like,
guys that like the ladies like that, have you ever seen the video where the guy and the gal are next to each other, somebody's filming them from behind? Literally, I want to say he sticks his hand down her ass crack and like pulls it out, and they're like
yeah, I
watching
have
something,
seen
and he just like was like, and they both look at each other like, yeah. What is- he was definitely just in her upper ass crack. That was it. So it was like.
Well, that's where all the sweat collects.
It's like
too.
the
That's not
homies being like, smell that one, bro. He's like, yeah, girl. Send it my way.
good. Give me that effervescence.
I watched a video on Instagram the other day. The only thing I see anymore is just a bunch of crazy perverted shit and people dying. And like one of them was this chick. Or her, and I don't know if it's satire. It seems real. I'm pretty good at telling this shit. And he's like, he's all like dressed up proper, and he's like all excited. And she pulls out a jar, and they're like, "We've been saving this one since April 12th." And it's her. She'll fart in the jar and close it up. They'll save it, and for little treats for him, she's wearing like these fingerless gloves, and he's like, "Oh, please." He's like, "Let me open it," and he opens it, and he just fucking. And she's sitting there getting all excited about it, and he gets done. It was like the best thing he'd ever. I'm pretty sure he came from smelling her 6-month-old farts in a jar.
He came from her fat in a jar.
Fat in a jar. Jimmy saw it. I can tell by
I've
his
seen
face.
that.
Yeah, it's.
Do you think there was really a fart in there?
Oh yeah, dude.
I hope it's a skit.
One would only hope, as Jimmy would say, but all you can do is hope in these situations. You know, everybody has access to the internet these days.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing. Feel like you should have to take a test to get on the internet.
I think people will someone will be into anything.
Oh.
Like the shit that we read on Urban Dictionary, it exists for a reason.
Have you ever been surprised, like somebody you know, and you find out they have
Every
like, a
time
weird kink?
Rob talks.
Well, yeah. I was gonna exclude Rob before I asked that statement.
That's fine.
Because
Have
I-
you ever known anybody but Rob?
Because I know Rob, no, nothing surprises me.
One of my close friends back in the day found out that he really liked feet, and I was just like, I never looked at him in a bad way, but never the same again.
Yeah.
You know.
And you wear socks all the time now?
Yeah, I
When he's
don't know if
around.
you get. Yeah, if
When
there's a
he's
hole
around.
in my sock, I'm like, I've
Ooh.
got to go. I'm not feeling good. I gotta go. You see him just fucking staring down.
I mean, I'm not kink shaming or anything, but I don't have anything like that.
Do you like feet? Is that why you're not
I mean, I
shaming?
like that they propel us forward and we can get to move because of them.
I can understand somebody enjoying a woman's nice foot.
I mean, my wife has dainty little toes that are.
That's good.
Cute.
My ex, not my last ex, but I had an ex, 2 of them that were climbers. Oh my God.
Well, they
Those are
get
some
nasty
rough
feet.
I'm like, "Whoa, no. Let's leave those socks on. I actually love you in tall socks. It's the best thing ever. It's just
Never,
let's take everything else off.
never take your socks off. Shower in your socks.
You're making out, you're getting down, you're working your way down, and you're like, sorry. I think I just morning sickness.
But they're good for back scratches.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're like my feet, but worse.
Couple pumice stones.
You're like, how do you have 6 bunions? You're 23 years old. What's wrong with you?
Bunion?
My cousin who
You never
listens.
seen a bunion?
I have, yeah.
I've got one. You want to see
He's
it?
Jewish.
Do bunions hail from the land of Israel?
Yeah, probably.
He's only bagel. Yeah, like my cousin who listens to this podcast regularly has the worst smelling feet on earth.
Oh, God.
And like he got drunk one night when we were younger, passed out, and it smelled like fucking chili cheese Fritos in this whole room, and that was his foot smell. Like, how does that happen? I don't have that. I don't have that at all. Like,
He's got dog's feet.
You smell my feet like when I take my work boots off.
it's not great.
No, but that's like a full day in my work boots, and then it goes away after, 2 hours or so. It goes away as soon as you leave.
Dissipates.
This
Jimmy.
was the scenic route to neck braces.
So neck braces.
I don't even want to talk about them.
For next week.
Save it for next week. Jimmy, can you put on your glasses?
Just get into feet. You won't need a neck brace.
Still got to put this fucking podcast together tonight.
I'm sorry.
Good God. If you haven't done it yet, please go to our longtime sponsor, Blizz Eyewear, and you can do so at enjoywinter.com. They have all kinds of eyewear there, including snowboarding, and they may have mountain bike goggles again, which would be awesome. They haven't had them in a while, but just buy some snowboard goggles and use those. Those would be fun.
They're better.
Yeah.
Keep the dust out.
Yep. They do have the sunglasses that Jimmy's wearing right now, which are photochumbic, I think
They
is what
are
they
indeed.
call those. And if you use the code SPONCHESMOM, SPONCHESMOM, at enjoywinter.com, you will get 30% off. Sponches Mom has always got you 30% off. And you're responsible for the other 70. You can use that deal to get your eyewear and more at enjoywinter.com.
The following baiku is based on
How high is too high? It depends on the context. Bike pivots or weed?
You're like the perfect people to ask for sure.
Oh,
No, Vital had some bike posted, and the pivot was like almost up by the bottom of this seat post.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of the same, like the old Giants.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
giant reins back in the day. It was like and the Konas too. You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
like you're fucking like huffing around the pivot. You feel it in your upper thighs.
Yeah.
Kona's swing arms are like a foot long.
Still the best. 4 bars is best. 4 bar or die.
I got 4 bar.
And the answer to that is you can never be too high on either.
Coil air.
Oh, my God.
Coil air? The fuck is that?
I've seen one of
Is
those.
that a thing?
I never rode one.
It's a weird suspension design.
Two
where-
shocks.
2 shocks on a single pivot. Not on a single pivot, but on a single
It's like the
rear suspension.
it's like the prototype downhill bike Cannondale came out with 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coil air.
Coil air.
You guys ever see the Y bike back in the day?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I've seen
The
one
Trek?
in person.
Yeah, I rode one back in the day. My friends were Trek dealers. I actually just talked to him on the phone the other day, and he was talking about crazy Mormons, how he's about to move, and he's talking about Joseph Smith and how all the Mormons are going to go to hell. And I was